Hey Canada, I made you a thing, or rather I vibe coded a little directory for Canadian universities with all the AI guidelines written by each university for its faculty and staff. Let's take a look at canuniai.ca. So over here we have all of the universities listed. You can go through them and see wherever you have a red button, it's a resource that I found. The others are a work in progress. Sometimes it's a little bit harder to locate them. And surprisingly, the AI was not very useful in this moment. The AI mostly built this out, but I had to manually go and find the links because I had a hard time judging whether or not a resource was for faculty, which makes me think that's a search engine optimization problem that we should all be working on as universities to make it clear where these things are for our people. The goal of this project is very simple. Essentially, every time I talk to an instructor or somebody who works at a center for teaching and learning, people ask, what are different universities doing with AI in the classroom? How are they getting their professors to use it and tell their students how to use it? And so I thought, why not just put all of them in one place, since there are only about 100 or so ranked universities in this country, unlike the 4,000 universities in the US. I was shocked when I heard that actually about America, but actually for the size of our population, 100 is also quite a few. Back to the resource. What can you see here? So basically for each university, you have who it's written by, which I think is important because in many cases, different departments write that content. So sometimes it's a library, sometimes it's a center for teaching and learning, sometimes it's both, and that might be something I add. If you want me to add that, you can leave that in the comments or click on this contact button and reach me directly, because I want to keep enriching this data. I want to know what else can be useful to add for our institutions so that we can make this a place where we as Canadians can learn about each other's institutions and also understand how we can have a better collective strategy for faculty. So let's just take a quick example here. I'm going to click on MacEwan University, go straight to that resource. I didn't want to summarize it myself because I didn't want any inaccuracies to appear. And then you can just go and browse this university if it's interesting to you and look at the different resources they have. Other things I added are this audience, so whether it's directed at the instructor, which is my focus, but in some cases I couldn't find something directed directly to us, so I made it either generic or student or research, because in many cases the libraries were more concerned about research, which makes sense, whereas the academic development centers and the centers for teaching and learning were more interested in helping instructors. That is the simple tool. Again, just as a quick reminder, you can go to canuniai.ca or canuniai.ca to find it yourself. And please leave any comments below about what kind of data you think would be interesting or what we can infer from having a database like this. And also just what you think about using AI in the classroom in general for yourself. Has anything changed in 2026 compared to 2025? I want to start the conversation with you. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.